Okay, we're at the JNS Summit 2026. Nissim Black's about to pull up with DJ Hudacris. Baruch Hashem, we have the opportunity to hear Nissim Black perform and also speak. We're pumped for this. And it's been 3 days of coming to Yerushalyim for me personally, meeting a lot of special people, doing good things, seeing a lot of the more higher level famous people doing their thing. And my focus once again has always been to connect to people on the soul level, but also in a practical way work on my Unity bookings, Unity marketings. And I hope that this event will be the beginning of many such opportunities to feature and to be part of. And it's a large scale, the Waldorf Astoria. We already had the blessing, and after a meeting with the host for a retreat for Gedale Fenster. This is a private retreat just for women, so we won't be able to bring the public in, but there will be a follow-up on the 13th of August at JTLV in Tel Aviv, and we'll be able to meet Gedale Fenster with the book signing and surrender and everything else that he's up to. But the retreat is a great opportunity for him to connect to the Sidkonius, the righteous women of our generation. We thank Hashem for all these opportunities, and we hope they all go well and scale. Very appreciative to Hashem Yisbarach for giving me these opportunities and bringing us together. I believe this is now Nissim pulling up right now. Yeah, it is. Here's my holy brother. Baruch Hashem, I'm going to get the door for him. Should hear any good news. What's up? Good to see you, holy brother. Been a while. Been a minute. We love, man.
Mark, what's going on, man? How you doing?
How are you guys?
I just watching. I got you get back on the plane already.
Good to see you. Got your action. Good timing. Perfect. On time these days.
I gotta be in there by 4:30 to set up, right? This
Yeah.
4:30?
Yeah.
Costa.
Baruch Hashem.
Yeah. Chillax.
Good job getting him on time. Mark, thank you for all you do.
Thank you, sir.
Very strong speech.
Appreciate it.
Keep it up. We appreciate it. We really appreciate it.
Do our best.
Can I do a little selfie? You mind?
Yeah, sure.
Living here 28 years, and I need all the strength and support.
I know, it's crazy. It's driving me nuts.
But we're getting there. We're going to get there.
All right, take care,
We
Alex.
got it. Huh? Yeah.
Hi, Sharon.
Brother,
I'm in the lobby.
Doing good. What for shit? A little exhausted, but I'm making it work.
Clean slate and all the challenges we've had recently, yeah?
No, not yet. I'm way worse.
No, but I'm saying like clean slate between all the tests and
Oh, what the shit?
We need to get
fresh start.
Is that the shit?
need
Every
to
day
get
is a
tags?
fresh start. Yeah, we have to go get taxes. Mark's still good to see you again. I know. It's all good. Okay.
So David I had a chat with today, he's very nice.
Yeah?
Yeah. We'll be good.
Who's in there?
Okay. Hi, gonna need tags for Nissim Black and DJ Hudacris. You heard them.
One second for Nissim Black.
Thank you. That was cool. Got to see Mark Levin. You heard of Castel or DJ Hudacris, aka DJ Hudacris.
There you go.
It's nice little setup here. This is a good location for this kind of.
Yeah, it's very nice. Shabbos was very nice. My wife enjoyed it a lot.
Were you like the rabbi scholar person?
No.
They had someone?
The chick rabbi was there.
Oh yeah? Spoke well? Which one? Which cheap
Super
brand?
Shabbos. I didn't have any.
We're grateful.
Oh, you're performing right now.
He's got to get ready. He's got to get ready. Let's go, let's go. There's a bathroom over here. Further at the end. Get your stuff to there. Let's go. Performance time. Right at the end, I also need a book.
He's amazing. Amazing.
Cool, we got to meet the head guy, CEO Alex Traiman. I wanted to thank him because he speaks good.
Oh, yeah, Alex is the
Bringing BB here, bringing big guys. Straight
opportunities, Gideon stands at the fulcrum of the country's engagement with the world. A former Deputy Prime Minister, Minister of Justice, Minister of Education, Interior Minister, and longtime member of Israel's Security Cabinet, Minister Sar has been a leading figure in Israeli public life for more than 2 decades. Today, as Israel's Minister of Foreign Affairs, he is helping shape the nation's alliances with old friends and new friends alike. Sitting in conversation with Summit Chairman Richard Heideman, please welcome Foreign Minister Gideon Sar.
Israel is the only power standing against huge forces of barbarism. What is the real difference between the Nazis and Hamas?
Israel is a peace-seeking nation standing as a fortress of Western civilization.
One of the most ancient nations in history.
Minister Gideon Sar.
I told him he put the bar very high. That would create challenges.
Mr. Foreign Minister, thank you for being with us again this year. When I had the privilege of interviewing you last year on this very stage, everybody commented afterward on how they really didn't know you before. They knew you as a figure. They knew you by reputation, but they didn't know you as a person or as a leader. Thank you for coming back. And most importantly, thank you for everything you've done in the last year and as Foreign Minister. For those of us who follow what Elliot Friedman does a great job in putting out for you.
But he's going to America now.
Yeah, what we follow of your activities is actually beyond comprehension. Kol hakavod, welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Let's talk first about Lebanon. So, Lebanon has never had peace, really, with Israel, although there's a historical relationship. You can comment on it. It was taken over by Hezbollah. Everything has changed. Israel, it says, it's reported, is seeking an understanding with Lebanon. What do you see? What's your vision? What is possible?
Actually, we had this agreement with Lebanon, signed on 1983. Short time afterwards, Bashir Jumayel was assassinated. When we started this talks in Washington, D.C. with Lebanon, I asked to see, and I saw the previous peace agreement from the 80s, quite good actually, not much to be changed. But the truth is, our problem is not Lebanon. I mean, we might have some minor border disputes, can be solved easily. Problem remains for Hezbollah, for Lebanon and for Israel. Hezbollah is the #1 obstacle for Lebanon's future independence and sovereignty, and for Israel's security. So it's a mutual challenge. Usually we hear statements, I hear statements in the international community that Israel is breaching Lebanon's sovereignty. This is not the truth. Hezbollah is breaching Lebanon's sovereignty. Iran is breaching Lebanon's sovereignty. The foreign minister of Lebanon decided to expel the Iranian ambassador from Beirut some months ago. Never happened. Because the truth is, and not so many people are saying it, Lebanon is under Iranian occupation. Indirect by Hezbollah, but under an occupation. On the soil of Lebanon, there is a stronger army than the Lebanese army, which is Hezbollah. And this is the core problem and the mutual problem. And I hope that with the talks that being held will be renewed today in Washington, D.C., we will be able to, on that common ground, to build a common future.
A follow-on question about Lebanon. So, Israel's responding appropriately to the Hezbollah attacks, killing our soldiers and impacting the sovereignty here in Israel. When Israel responds, it's Israel doing what it's obligated to do, to defend her people. How do you feel about people around the world, not just from the United States, but around the world saying, don't?
First of all, just to make it clear, we accepted the current ceasefire. We said clearly we will respect it unless the other side will breach it. Then we'll have to defend ourselves, this is clear. But almost everyone is missing the context. The context is we fully withdrew from Lebanon 26 years ago, on the year 2000. Ehud Barak was the prime minister. We withdrew to the blue line. Ever since 26 years, we were under attacks from the soil of Lebanon. We had amazing amounts of rockets, missiles, drones during this war. Began on February 28 from Lebanon. We didn't initiate that. Hezbollah initiated that. And as much as they joined on October 8th, 2023, after Hamas attacked us, they joined. So I don't think there is any other country in the world that would accept attacks from neighboring territory on its citizens, and we cannot as well.
Let's shift, if I can, to the EU. You have been a very active foreign minister, going, receiving, inviting, communicating, and criticizing. Most recently, you took a very hard line with an EU government and with some of their representatives. Tell us what your thinking is about the future of EU-Israel relations and why you took the strong position you recently took.
First of all, we had just yesterday and today a successful visit of one of the EU commissioners, Commissioner Suica. She's the Mediterranean commissioner. And very good, open, honest discussions with her. The decision I took last Thursday was not against the EU. It was against a specific commissioner that said that Israel is an apartheid state. And I privately asked her to do something about it. Week before that, she hadn't responded, and she could say, I didn't say that. She could have said, I didn't mean that. She could have said, I'm standing beyond these words. But I don't think when this kind of accusation is being put against Israel, the only democracy in the Middle East, which its Arab citizens enjoy full and equal rights, I don't think that I, as a foreign minister of this state, can be silent and act like it is a legitimate thing to be said against my state. And therefore, I didn't have any choice. It's not something I choose. Personally, I always prefer dialogue for specific, for a certain time I had good dialogue with this higher representative on foreign affairs, but we also as a country must draw red lines. And there is another thing I want to emphasize, and I said it yesterday in the meeting. We are for a dialogue. We are ready. By the way, we are used to have criticism against us, to say the least. But a dialogue is not that the other side can dictate for us political positions, mainly when they are connected to a very basic national interests. There we must stand on our interests and defend our interests. And I believe that if that will be the approach, and I can say that was the approach at least of the meeting yesterday, we can have a common ground. We are interested. I don't think it is in the interest of the EU not to have great relations with Israel. They don't have better friends in this region that shares their values and interests. But of course, you cannot do that. You cannot do that by accepting the other side's position. It must be a good discussion, an honest discussion, but when it comes to our, for example, I will give one example. They say the settlements are illegal. They are not the only ones, but they say that. This is their view. We're saying it's not true. And we have, I think, a valid legal arguments begins from the Balfour Declaration. But I don't think there is other nation on this planet with a better and documented proofs for its right on its land than the Jewish people. And they have a disagreement about that with all the governments in Israel since 1967, because all the governments of Israel since 1967, when we liberated this part of our land, and also our capital, part of our capital, was for this right, this fundamental right, that we can live everywhere. And how to implement it, this is another question that our government should always think how the best way to implement that. But we have this right. And no matter what other nations will do, this will not be changed by any future government in Israel, and this current government is not an exception.
Thank you. Turning to Latin America, what do you see as the future, and how do you read the successful election of a pro-Israel candidate as president in Colombia?
The elected president of Colombia is a great friend of Israel and the Jewish people. I know him personally. I met him about half a year ago in Buenos Aires. He will also be a good ally to the United States of America. It's a total opposite from the current president. But so I'm sure I invited him to Jerusalem to come even before his inauguration, which will be on August 7th. And I hope he will come to Israel even before his inauguration. And I'm sure that we are in front of our best time in terms of our relations with Colombia. But the full picture is even more encouraging when you see what happened in the elections in Peru, Honduras, Chile, Bolivia. I'm speaking only about the last year. Also parliamentarian elections in Argentina. I mean, the shift is going to the right direction. And I define this year, 2026, for my ministry as the Latin America year, and we will invest a lot in, we already are working on that, but we'll invest much more in order to strengthen our relations, and we are doing it with the same interest as our American friends, which for them, the Western Hemisphere is critical in their national security doctrine. And for us, it can be a hugely friendly continent, and I believe it will in the next years.
Mr. Foreign Minister, you should be complimented for standing up against the demonization of Israel, for protecting her good name all over the world, and for not tolerating the slander. In part, do you believe that the reason you're being listened to is because you are also reaching out to governments around the world, welcoming them to Jerusalem, meeting with them personally, going to see them, and even opening embassies and consulates?
Well, in this business, you must be proactive. I could invest all my time only in blocking initiatives against Israel, which is what I usually do. But you must see how you are having progress in some fronts, even in the most challenging times. If I will take two of the points you mentioned, we had, when I entered the ministry, we had 5 embassies in Jerusalem. Today we have 8. I have only a couple of months left, but my objective is to have 10, to double the number until the end of my term of embassies in Jerusalem. And I know already which countries will be the next 2. Secondly, to reach out to more places. I opened already 4 embassies, new embassies in Moldova, Estonia, Zambia, Fiji. Next embassy will be opened within 2 months' time in Slovenia. So we are, even in this very challenging time, we are widening our reach and our connections, and we have a lot of countries to befriend. I need to choose, because a lot of countries want Israel will open embassies, and I need to, I have, of course, every government knows that resources are always limited. You must choose. But I have candidates, and we have good countries to work with, and even in this hugely challenging times, we are making progress in a lot of fields.
Mr. Foreign Minister, we all thank you for your service, but also for your leadership. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, sir. This is my privilege to serve my country in these challenging times.
Anti-Semitism has become one of the defining challenges facing Jewish communities around the world. As Israel's Minister of Diaspora Affairs and also combating anti-Semitism, Amichai Chikli has led Israeli efforts to confront anti-Jewish hatred, to strengthen Jewish identity, and deepen the bond between Israel and world Jewry. In conversation with JNS Features Editor Steve Linde, it is my privilege to welcome Minister Amichai Chikli.
When you take out Zionism for Jewish identity, there is no Jewish identity. It is a Jewish state. We need serious leaders of Judeo-Christian values understand that you are facing evil in a more important clash within the Western civilization.
Minister Amichai Chikli.
He's a clever guy.
Welcome to the JNS conference, Minister Amichai Chikli.
Shalom, Steve, and thank you, Richard and Alex, the JNS, for the opportunity, for the stage. Thank you, everyone, for being here with us.
We're going to start with anti-Semitism, but with your permission, we will go into other subjects too. So there has been, as we all know, a rise in anti-Semitism around the world, most recently in Montreal, Canada. And you warned about this. You've warned about it over and over again. What is your response on how we deal with such a phenomenon?
So first, regarding the horrific incident yesterday in Canada, we have delivered a specific warning aimed only for Canada 3 months ago, in March, saying that we are seeing the exact same patterns as we saw in Australia before the horrific attack in Bondi Beach. Nothing has been done in Canada to stop anti-Semitism and to stop the spike in radical Islamist incidents against the Jewish community. There are endless cases, incidents of shootings on Jewish schools, Jewish institutions, and unfortunately nothing has been done. Also, we need to speak about the incident where the police, one of the policewomen was the one who shot the victim, and the training of the police forces. You need to have an effective police in order to counter terrorism. Also, when we are dealing with the security forces of the Jewish community, they're not allowed to carry weapons in Canada. We also, back in Michigan, what is the meaning of armed security that can prevent horrific incidents? So this is very, very important. By the way, in Bondi Beach, you have in Australia, they can carry weapons, but only in the institutions. But since the event was on the beach, so they were unarmed. So weapons, carrying weapons is very important, that the security forces of the community will be armed. It can save lives, because if they had guns in Bondi Beach, it wouldn't take 12 endless minutes of massacre to do something, okay? So with Canada, it was clear that it's about to happen, and I hope that Carney and his government will do something. And the last thing I want to add regarding Canada, pay attention. The worst incidents, Canada, Australia, Britain, Manchester. What's common for Canada, Australia, and Britain? The recognizing of a terror state in the middle of a war against Hamas. So when you are pushing Hamas and recognizing a terror state in the middle of the war, while our hostages are still in the dungeons, you are empowering these radical forces, harming the Jewish community. That's something that I want to do ahead.
Let's move on to the Iran deal and how you feel about it. You know, there's criticism that cabinet ministers are speaking out against the deal. How do you respond?
I even heard that we are speaking against the president, which is false. No cabinet minister has spoke against President Trump. I was endorsing President Trump before his first term. I was openly supporting President Trump while Biden was the president, and I was heavily criticized for openly supporting Trump. I think we never had such a friend in the White House, never had such a friend, and it's doubtable if we're gonna have someone like him in the future in the White House. So first I wanna say thank you for the embassy in Jerusalem, for the Golan Heights, for the Abraham Accords, for Qasem Soleimani, for Rising Lion, for the war that we have done together. We need to have a good eye, we need to have iron to black. We need to have perspective, proportion, and to see the big picture all the time. The big picture is positive, Now regarding the deal, it is okay to have disagreements. These are not the same states. There is Mondial. America is hosting the Mondial, the World Cup. You have election in November. You have oil prices. You have all these things that are in the mind of the American president, and I'm seeing just, I don't know, maybe 10% of the picture. So we fully get it. But I think that there is a huge difference between ending the war and between relieving the sanctions. Because relieving the sanctions, we all know the exact meaning and consequences tomorrow morning. You will lift the sanctions today, and then tomorrow you have the salaries for Hezbollah in Lebanon, and then tomorrow morning you have the ballistic missiles industry renovated, okay? You have the nuclear facilities being also repaired. The ideology of the terror regime in Iran that massacred tens of thousands of people, innocent people in Iran, much more than the Israeli casualties, much more. The Iranians are the main casualties of the terror regime in Iran. This is not Iran, the regime in Iran, that's not. It's a tyranny, it's a dictatorship, it is a terror regime, and the sanctions should continue. Because every dime that will go to this regime will go straight for terror, for weapons for mass destruction, for instability of the entire region. This is much, much bigger than the case of us and Iran. And one more thing, the main reason why I endorsed Trump was because when Biden was in charge, the US was so weak, and Trump shifted the situation. And when we are looking at our big brother, fellow Americans, we want America to be strong. I think it's in the best interest of the entire Western Hemisphere. And I think that that is the case. That is the case. And you should never, never blink in the eyes of these terrorists. Never. That is regarding the war. And maybe one more thing regarding Lebanon. If Lebanon is a sovereign state, so I have a question. How does Iran decide whether there is a ceasefire in Lebanon, yes or no? Iran is Iran, and Lebanon is Lebanon. It's not the same state. And when you're saying we need a ceasefire in Lebanon because of Iran, you're saying Iran is sovereign, is the real sovereign in Lebanon, and this is a disaster for Lebanon's sovereignty. A disaster for Lebanon's sovereignty. And we and the Lebanese government are on the same page. We want Lebanon to be a sovereign state, and we want Hezbollah to be destroyed. That's it. Thank you.
And I know another thing that you bring up a lot and that concerns you is the new axis of evil, you call it.
True.
Which includes Pakistan, Qatar, and others.
Yeah, the Muslim Brotherhood plays not only in CARE, AMP, SJP, Michigan, Texas. We are all following the vision of the 100 years America as a Muslim state. We all know the plans. It's all been spoken in the mosques in Michigan. We are seeing what's happening now in New York with Mamdani, who turned the municipality of New York City into a mosque. We saw it. We saw the humiliation of America with Mamdani's Muslim, pro-Hamas, anti-Semite philosophy. I think it's a catastrophe. But the Muslim Brotherhood are also major players on the global map. Qatar is the PR state of the Muslim Brotherhood with Al Jazeera and AJ Plus. By the way, bashing the president of the US 24/7. Okay, that's Qatar. Then you have Turkey. Now let's follow the rhetoric of Turkey. Erdogan's Turkey, he has a very dangerous vision, which is based on two components. One is neo-Ottomanism. Let's rebuild the Ottoman Empire. The main threat, direct threat, is for Greece and Cyprus, with the blue homeland legislation to wipe out half of Greece's naval territory and to block them in the sea. Then you have the Minister of Interior of Erdogan saying, my dream is to become the governor of Jerusalem. So they want Jerusalem to be once again a province in the new Ottoman Empire. And Erdogan speaks the same, saying what we did in Libya and what we did in Somalia and what we did in Syria, we're going to do it in Palestine. We call it Israel, yeah? But that's the language of Erdogan. So this is one thing. And the second thing is the Islamist vision of the Caliphate. It's a religious Ottoman Empire. And the main player now is Ahmed Ashara. Ahmed Ashara Jolani, the terrorist with a suit, was sent to Syria by Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi himself, the head of ISIS who was eliminated by the US. So we're saying now that Ahmed Ashara, because he's wearing a suit, changed his philosophy, changed his views. Haven't we seen what happened with the Alawites? Haven't we seen the massacre of the Druze? Haven't we seen the massacre of the Kurds? Can we trust Al-Qaeda, ISIS leader to run the state of Syria and to be a partner? No, we can't. No, we can't. And I think that Turkey of Erdogan and Syria of Ashara are now far more concerning than Iran. The era of the Shiite empire of Iran, Assad, Syria, and Hezbollah is over. Is over. The new axis is the Muslim Brotherhood axis of Erdogan's Turkey, Syria, and Qatar. And it's better to get awake and to open your eyes now before it is too late.
Okay.
Thank you.
Very briefly, we sort of run out of time. Like, you know, we Jews don't follow rules always. The elections are coming up. You used to be a member of Bennett's Yamina party. You moved to the Likud. You may have heard what Bennett told us here at JNS this morning. How do you stand in terms of the upcoming elections, whenever those are going to be?
First of all, I think that we have huge challenges since October 7th. And by the leadership of Netanyahu, our Prime Minister, we have managed to shift entirely to destroy the ring that was choking us in Gaza, in Lebanon, in Iran, with huge achievements. There is also a major development in Judea and Samaria, with hundreds of new villages. Those of you who may have heard about a loan program for the Jordan Valley and all the open spaces on the mountains, it is now an entirely different reality in Judea and Samaria. The vision of Fayyad to take the Jordan Valley, to take sea areas, to take all these places and create the Palestinian state, we are destroying this vision, and we are building, strengthening the Jewish communities all across Judea and Samaria. Thank you. Now, the one thing we need to bear in mind, Bennett is the Madoff of Israel politics. Clearly. We were standing in events with a crowd like this and even bigger. And you kept saying 24/7, I will never allow Lapid to be a prime minister. He said that 1,000 times, I heard it 1,000 times. He said, I will never let a left-wing government to be established. I will never demand to be a prime minister with less than 10 mandates. He broke all his promises to the voters a day after, only for one reason, so that he will be called the prime minister, like a child who has lost a toy. That is Bennett, a childish politician with zero leadership, with zero ideology, and beware, if God forbid, this clown will be a prime minister. Okay, I don't want to use his own the S word, yeah. But let's use the C. Okay. So if this clown, he won't be. Okay. I'm not sure he's going to cross the threshold. But let's say it's for. If they will be in power, he or Eisenhower, there will be no yellow line in Lebanon and no yellow line in Gaza. There will be no more farms in Judea and Samaria. There will be a Palestinian state, and everything that was achieved in this government, with all the difficulties and the challenges, will be ruined. And therefore, we must secure a right-wing government that will keep building Judea and Samaria, that will stay strong on the border against Hamas, against Hezbollah. And you know, people are saying, oh, we're not succeeding in Lebanon, we're not succeeding in Gaza. Really? 60% of Gaza territory is under the control of the IDF. Hamas is now a police force. Hezbollah was the largest and most capable terror army worldwide. It has become once again a guerrilla organization. I'm not undermining the guerrilla organization. It can still harm. They still have weapons. They still can threaten us. But they have lost their entire leadership. Fuad Shuker, Nasrallah, the leaders of Radwan forces. They lost thousands of their terrorists. Thousands of them. They have lost the entire line of villages on the border, villages that have become fortress of terror, in which in every second house you have ammunition and missiles. Now we have a clean buffer zone, and we must keep it very strong without UNIFIL or any other foreign forces that can never be trusted. We trust only on ourselves and in God abide.
Amichai Chikli, so much.
Well, I think you guys can see we are raising the energy tonight. And let me tell you, we're off to a good start, but we are about to raise it further. Before I do that, first Richard mentioned that it's Richard and Phyllis's anniversary tonight. I also want to note that it is the anniversary also of Tila Falik and Moshe Levy. Tila has been an incredible support for JNS throughout this summit. Thank you. And I think it's also the anniversary of your parents, Chana and Simon Fallick. So congratulations to you as well. Now with that, I would like to introduce you to a performer who defies all stereotypes. His life story is an absolutely remarkable journey, which I have had the privilege of getting to learn, and I really urge all of you to find out how our next guest got to the point where he is. He's also a podcaster dealing with conservative politics and the media and other things. He is an incredible musician, and I personally and my kids personally love his music videos. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the one and only Nissim Black. And DJ Hudacris.
Yeah, how we doing? Everybody up on your feet, everybody up. If you're in the back, if you're in the front, I want you up, let's go.
Nissim Black.
I would like to call upon my holy brother, Mr. Nissim Black. Everybody up! Let me see your wings. I wanna fly away, far away from this place. Where nobody can bring me down, down. Nobody can bring me down. Everybody, let me see some wings. I wanna fly away, far away from this place. Where nobody can bring me down, down. Nobody can bring me down. 1, 2, 3, 2. We are the light we shine on, into the light we cry on. But joyful tears, I know the place away from me. Yeah. I wanna know what's my purpose, timeless. I wanna show my inner greatness, not fear. Nobody knows my pain, but I'm ready to make a change. Here's my heart of anger, replace and rearrange it. See, I need freedom from me to be all I can be. You know what from heaven and say, I chose to leave it in me. Yerushalyim, let me hear you make some noise! How you doing tonight? Come on, you can do better than that. How you doing tonight? Who don't feel the love? Hey, at the beginning, it was so smooth and close to you. I was smart, you know, you were what I came through. But you probably got the same smooth to show you. Better too, so I chose to love you. And then ever since, but you make me cool and funny things. You want to be hanging on the head. Give you a straight to your time. Let's level me in this. I lay it all low, you try to follow. You wanna know what I'm doing, but my heart is true. It ain't always easy. participation here. And I know you can help me. I know you can help me? Let's do it. Make some noise for DJ Hudacris! Let's crown the king. This is the world makeover. Mashiach will come take over. You ain't gotta be see what I see. All you gotta do is take a look forward. Lift up your eye to the sky. Spread out your hands. Say thank you, smile. Get them up, leave them up, ha ha. Let pump up the better than that DJ. Stand in place. Heart breaks and I want to say. Pressure bill trying to hold my face. So I'm gonna drift it like not today. Bring up from everything. Bring out your shell and scream. Hashem, you're the king. Hashem, you're the king. Everybody. Hashem, 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 in love. Let all of you hear you. Hashem, 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 in love. Hashem, 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 in love. Let all of One, two, three, go! I feel the cold. I wanna get up and leave. Said I wanna get up and leave. I wanna get up and leave. Now I'm standing here, lights on me like a shine upon your brow. Yeah, we're up so high in the midnight sky, and we'll never come back down. Hashem, Hashem, my rock, our father. King David's rock and honor. We give our knockers stronger. We can't be drunk. The blessing, the profit, success, our spotlight. The word is yours, you offer it to whomever calls you. Hashem, 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 in love. Let all our Hashem, Hashem, in love. Let all our Hashem, 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 in love. Let all our Look at my queen, we know we present our shit with all of our souls. But people just fighting, we know we ain't get a war, we won't let them go. Even if the world don't turn, the fire will burn, the ace down me. A core upon some sacrifice, then put H on me, we clap and laugh. Screaming loud, we're gonna take that crap, bring it back straight to the king. Let me bow my hoop and wait. Yeah, pick up a minute, fill it out of hate. All my bra, all of my zane, the feeling is great, what we can say. Bring the shit with me. Great. Here we go. Are you guys ready? Yerushalyim, I can't hear you. Here we go. Thank you so much to Amichai JNS. You guys are doing amazing work. So happy to be a brother. Yerushalyim!
I know, we need a like
Nissim Black and DJ Hudacris. We still got great program for you tonight. Great Britain is home to one of the world's largest and most influential Jewish communities, yet it faces rapidly growing challenges from anti-Semitism, extremism, and social polarization. Lord David Wolfson, a distinguished barrister, member of the House of Lords, and a former UK Justice Minister, has been a leading voice in defending the rule of law, democratic values, and Jewish communal life. Please welcome Lord David Wolfson.
Anti-Semitism is not only a Jewish problem. Careless talk costs lives.
The increase in anti-Semitism is obvious.
Many feel that they are not protected by those whose job it is to enforce the law. Speak up for the values which we all hold so dear.
Lord David Wolfson.
Well, thank you very much. Nissim Black is an internationally acclaimed musician. I'm a lawyer and the Shadow Attorney General. Only one of us fills halls with people who actually want to hear them speak. That was absolutely fantastic, Nissim. May you go from strength to strength. Well, it's been an amazing 24 hours for me so far in Jerusalem. Yesterday, as you may know, Britain saw the resignation of a Prime Minister only 2 years after winning a landmark general election. And today Westminster is already turning its attention to who might replace Keir Starmer. For years, Israel looked at Britain as a model of political stability, and Britain looked at Israel as the country that changed governments every few months. Looking at events over the past few months, and in particular the past 24 hours, I'm no longer entirely sure which country is meant to be setting which an example. But political instability is not the most important story. What concerns me far more is what recent events tell us about the health of democratic societies, and in particular, the position of Jewish communities, both in the UK and across the West. Yesterday afternoon, members of the British Parliament in Westminster debated a petition calling for an investigation into what was described, and I quote from the motion, as pro-Israel influence on UK politics and democracy.
Thank you, Hashem. He's gone.
Now let me be clear.
The Prime Minister of England.
Parliament
Bild weiter.
should debate
So it's
difficult
told us.
issues.
Thank you, Hashem.
Free society